I'm with Subhendu from the cashmere manufacturer Essma. Just the name sounds like a fairy tale, right? Can you tell us more about the company's story?
See, the parent company, Essma Felts Limited, has a history of about 60 years in the business, okay, in the textile business. But Mr. Sameer Mehra, who is the owner of the brand, he wanted to bring back the glory of cashmere back to India because it started 600 years ago. But then the colonials came in, and cashmere was always a part of India. The weaving was always a part of India, even though the fiber was always available from Central Asia. But the weaving glory he wanted to bring back to India once again. So he decided to concentrate on this pure cashmere aspect. We're not a very old company. We're just about 13 or 14 years old, Essma.
Which is respectable.
Respectable, but the first 7 years were only spent in research and development, because we wanted to do something different, something unique. Because if you remember, in the 90s and the 2000s, there was an explosion of cashmere all over the world.
Everybody we used to call it pashmina, right?
Yes, it became a generic name.
Yes.
But we wanted to identify ourselves a little different from that. So what we concentrated on, or was Mr. Mehra concentrated on, was to take a relatively short fiber, because it's a natural fiber length is short, and to make it into very fine yarns. And concentrating on that, today we have been able to create certain stoles or shawls which, even though being the standard sizes, are very lightweight, very airy, something which does not take a lot of weight. But because it is cashmere, it's got a 30% heating factor that keeps you warm, more than wool.
So tell me, does all the raw material come from India?
No, the raw material does not come from India. It's always been available because this particular animal survives only at 14,000 feet and above. And the largest landmass, present geographically, is the Mongolian plains. So it's always been there. It's just that the weaving recognition has come from India because we have a very rich traditional heritage of textiles. So you have a noble fiber and you have this rich traditional textile heritage, and that is where Mr. Mehra wanted to combine the best of both the worlds, and give it and bring something which is very high in quality, very luxurious, but at a very affordable price, because he strongly believes that luxury does not have to come with an expensive price tag.
So where can we find these products? I mean, how are they distributed?
See, we work on a direct system where we work with buyers direct from all over the world. I mean, Southeast Asia, of course, is a very strong partner for us, because we've been doing very well in countries like China and Japan. And in Japan, we are in most of the Takashimaya, the Hankyu, the Daimaru stores. In China, we are with a very big aspirational brand, and we're there in about 60 stores across China. So, like I said, that we are not a very old company. We are still trying to find our feet, and with the insistence of Mr. Mehra on the quality of the product, because for him, long after price is forgotten, quality is remembered, So our insistence on quality has gradually, we do not advertise, there is no aggressive marketing campaign, but it's just the quality of the product which brings people back. I was just telling the gentleman that, I have been doing this show from 2009, and I'm meeting some of my buyers with whom I've been working for the last 4 or 5 years, and all they come and do is come and pick up the new designs. They don't even ask anything about quality because they know the quality is established.
Absolutely. I know, as you said, you've been a very loyal exhibitor to Kashmir World. Why did you choose, to participate in this exhibition, because, and what do you gain from it?
See, I'll tell you why we chose to do it was that we felt that Kashmir needed that little exclusivity. Rather than get lost in the mass market, especially what happened during the 1990s and the 2000s. We had to bring it up. We did not want it to, just become a mass product with anything and everything being sold under the name of cashmere. So this platform actually provided us that discerning area where, where you see that most of the people who are here, most of the fellow exhibitors, they're all working with pure cashmere and pure cashmere blends. So we needed that kind of signature because, at the end of the day, it is a noble fiber. There's a great demand for it in the world. But rather than make it, yes, it has to be accessible, but perception should not be that it is a cheap product. It's not a question of pricing. Of course, pricing will have a very big aspect to it. But, it is the presence of the particular. If somebody is buying a cashmere product, he or she must feel the richness of that product, you know. Pricing is not always the factor, it's the perception of the product, because if a product is perceived to be cheap, it is going to die a natural death. And today, I mean, the world is big enough, there are a lot of independent people, careers have improved, where we can obviously cater to that clientele, give them quality products. And Kashmir World has been a great avenue for that, you know, because it has really got me a lot of very discerning clients. In fact, one of the biggest clients I have from China did come from Kashmir World. It started 5 years ago. It started 5 years ago, and you know, we met them here for the first time. They gave us a very small trial order, and today we are doing, you know, very sizable business with them, and we have to thank Kashmir World for that.
Thank you for bringing so beautiful treasures to the world.
Thank you. It's a pleasure. It's always a pleasure to share, you know, what we do, because we feel that this is something that must be shared across the globe.
Congratulations again.
Thank you very much, Veronique.